Ugh. Don't run downstairs, folks. Don't do that. Don't run downstairs. Yeah, I'm saying you might fall. It didn't happen, but it got very close. It got very close. So, it's technically Monday. Let's explain that. So I took a nap. I woke up at 7 a.m. and I took a nap a little bit ago. So I could actually do like a proper length stream and then just get a little bit of a nap before work. Pretty straightforward, right? And I wanted to make sure I got the stream done because we did not do one on Friday. And it's because my body basically forced me to get a good night's sleep. We will have a rain check on that stream. It is on Wednesday. So you're getting 2 SMTF streams this week. And yeah, I wanna play something that isn't that tonight. So we're doing a transportation simulation game, also known as Transport Giant, which is a game that came out in 2004. It's made by Austrian Jowood. Was it Jowood Productions? And I found some fun trivia out about early trains, which I do want to share with you because, oh boy, some people were definitely on something back in the 1800s when it came to rail travel. Well, we'll get to that in just a second. Sorry, I was taking a sip of beverage. So, no, that's Traffic Giant. That's a completely different game, Mike McMahon. I'm not joking. There's a completely separate game called Traffic Giant. There's also Industry Giant as well. I'm not joking. Go look on Steam. I'm not joking. But yeah. So I wanted to potentially buy at some point in the future, a RX 7900 XT from Sasemi, and then I found that would have been a terrible idea. Here's why. It took me 4 hours to get the drivers working. The bottom monitor worked correctly. Top monitor was stuck at 1080p on a 4K television. And more importantly, DaVinci wouldn't work, and even if it did, apparently performance with the RX 7900 XT is kind of dog shit in terms of like encoding, and to the fact that there is no encoding and whatnot that you can really do with the device in question. And H.264 support is kind of not great. And so even if I wanted to swap out the 4070 in my stream machine and put it in my main machine to put the 7900 XT in the stream machine, this stream would be a blurry mess. So I had to pass on a 7900 XT. And I'm going to have to buy another NVIDIA card. I sure do love how NVIDIA has an absolute fucking stranglehold on the GPU market for content creators. It is fucking terrible. We're not even gonna try to be sarcastic. It's just fucking terrible. So I've had to think it over, and I might as well just rip the Band-Aid off and try to go for a 5070 at some point. I did put one on my to-do list, which is my throne, which you should be able to find down below. Which specific model did I decide on wanting to aim for? It was the Gigabyte GeForce RTX 5070 Eagle OCSFF 12G graphics card, 12G 992-bit GDDR7 PCIe 5 WindForce cooling system. It's a $600 graphics card. I sure do love GPU prices going up. I can't wait for them to get even higher and 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 higher. Because NVIDIA is wanting to go all in on AI and is basically allegedly keeping themselves afloat by just trading, like buying cards through proxy companies, depending on who you're talking about. But I feel like, yeah, NVIDIA's kind of propping themselves up, and when they inevitably have an oops-a-doops and fail, oh boy, is the GPU market going to be in fucking shambles, despite there being other options. We're off to a cynical start, aren't we? Off to a fucking cynical start. But that's okay. Because... Wait, is it okay? I don't know. Is it okay? Chat, is it okay? What do you, the viewer, think? Is it okay? Oh wow, that's weird. I move my preview window over to my other monitor and it's having a funny. Weird. Anyway, yeah, I want to say hello to Mike McMahon and Hellhounds, Weird Proc, Matrix, Chunks, who is lurking. There is a lurk command, by the way, just so you're aware. Exclamation point lurk should still work. I was looking into Firebot, but it looks like Firebot has some issues with some of the things that I would like to do, but we'll figure it out. I'm not using that at the moment. I'm using Mix It Up still. Hello, Kaiser. Hope you're doing well as well. So what we're going to do is we're not even going to start the game yet, right? We're not even going to start the game. We're going to go straight to the manual. And we're going to talk about the manual for a little bit, and then we're going to get into the game. But I want to show you some funny stuff as well. So let me just make sure that all my windows are set up properly for this. I think so. Yes. Yes. All right. I guess we're gonna hit the button. There's not gonna be any like music, by the way. It's just gonna be us talking. So with that said, let's hit this button, please. Oh, that's fucking fantastic. Hold on. I have to wait till this is done before I hit this because it's gonna keep doing the da-da-da-da if I don't. What the fuck's going on? Oh, I see what the problem is. I see what the problem is. I see what the problem is. It's a me problem. Yeah, that's a me problem. Off to a great start. Off to a great start. New GAM, and then I need to do... Yes. And now I hit the button. Now I hit the button. Alright, there we go. Here's a manual. Isn't that cool? And we got Transport Giant. So yeah, this was made by Joe Wood Productions. It's a big, I would say rather sizable manual. About 41. We got some charts here. That's pretty cool. Got our people who made this. MSI's mentioned. Oh, MicroStar International. If you didn't know what MSI meant. And yeah, there is some actual, like, differences in this. There's, most notably, you have to, like, schedule your vehicles out. And I got about to, I think, here, because I was reading about means of transportation. But there's this little section right here talking about horse trains. Horse trains. And I was like, this can't be real, right? There's no fucking thing like a horse train. And I saw like images of this. In the game, it's like a horse in front of like a car on a rail line. But no, there's like actual examples of horse trains. But they're kind of ludicrous. So imagine if you will, a horse, right? And you want to move a vehicle. a car, a carriage, down a rail. Now, would you have the horse in front of it, or maybe? Oh, you know what? Let's think for a moment. Maybe have the horse on its own car, and it's propelling itself with a treadmill. Now that would sound absolutely absurd, except they did it. This is a picture of the design. This one came out in, I think, 1830, I believe. Let me just double check. Let me double check. Yes, this is the cycloped, which was tested in 1829. This actually existed at some point. And yeah, the horse is on a treadmill and it goes down the thing. Too bad this was inefficient against its competitor. You guessed it, the steam locomotive, and this was never actually put into production. This was solely a doodad right here. Now, there is a predecessor to this, somewhat, the dandy wagon. But I don't have a good image of that, so I can't really share that with you. There's like an actual picture of a dandy wagon. Like, here it is right here, one in Wales. The horse does not sit in the thing, by the way. It's just, you would have the horse, like, pull this, which is probably what this game actually uses. But it's really funny to just look at this image and be like, horse treadmill. So, you would think that, like, this idea is totally absurd and that no one else would attempt to do this again, except you're wrong, because in South Carolina, they did it again. That's right, they did it again. This is the... Oh, God, what was this called? The Flying Dutchman from the South Carolina Canal and Railroad Company. Yes, this came out in 1830. This actually ran in production for the entirety of that year. And then in, 1831? It was replaced with, you guessed it, the steam locomotive. And I know what you're thinking. Now, this idea is so absurd that no one would attempt to do this for a third time. Except they did. And this is the Impulsoria, which did run from 1851. This had a whopping, you guessed it, 4 horsepower, because there's 4 horses in the image. But it's 2 to 4 horsepower. I don't know, like, how many years this ran. It was exhibited. It was exhibited in 1851. And then there was another one, also called the Impulsoria, which ran in 1853. A literal horsepower, yes. And you would never guess what outdid this. You'd never guess what outdid this. That's right, the steam locomotive. However, it will be noted that this apparently was more efficient than the steam locomotive, and I don't know how the fuck that is like possible. But like, come the fuck on. So yeah, this is why the stream was late, by the way, later than I was wanting, because I was having to read into this. Because why is this a thing? So anyway, back to our original subject, the manual to this video game. We have the horse train. There's also blimps. There's also a blimp. And we're gonna try to build train stations, lay tracks. This is an isometric format. Similar to Transport Tycoon. I wouldn't be surprised if that's like a major influence on this game. Would not be surprising. Transport Tycoon is it's pretty good. But I would like to do something that isn't Transport Tycoon for once. Although Chris Sawyer is a really good game dev. We can't just always do Chris Sawyer games when we do simulation titles. But yeah, additional tracks, we can expand length, repair. We will have to do maintenance. So keep that in mind. There's a storehouse that you can add for like train stations, a loading crane, water towers. You can even add restaurants and whatnot to your train stations. Woo! Obviously, vehicle depots. We have a schedule. Now, this is going to be pretty interesting, and I don't know if we're actually going to get to it in the context of the stream. We'll find out. Loading of particular goods. We have vehicle loads. Am I earning anything? No. City information, passenger, postal transport, additional information. I don't know if this will actually give me anything. This game is on like, I think it's 3rd edition now. I know Industry Giant has like a 4th edition. I don't know if Transport Giant has anything newer. This game is available on modern consoles, by the way, with its gold edition. That is $35. If you would like to save money, I would probably recommend just buying the original game on Steam or Good Old Games. You'll probably get a better deal. And then... Oh yeah, there's a... I think there's an Australian edition of this. Or maybe it's New Zealand. Because I've also seen the phrase down under be used to describe New Zealand as well, even though it's most commonly associated with Australia. Anyway. We're going to move this up here. And we're going to get the game running in Steam. Except I have to run it in Proton because that's how that works. Because this is the Good Old Games version of the game, but we're running it in Proton, so that's all that matters. I wish I had a higher definition version of that SMT2 wallpaper. Anyway, can you hear the audio? Okay, good. Oh, by the way, settings. We're playing in 240 hertz, baby. 1280 by 1024. Which is also funny because I have this scene called 4x3, but this is 5x4. Don't think about that too much. Alright, so do we just do endless game or do we do campaign? I think we should do endless game just to kind of get a handle on everything. All right, so what should we do? Should we do Europe, Australia, or USA here? What do you think, chat? What should we do? I was gonna go with USA here. Euro, okay. Well, we'll try to replicate Transport Tycoon, so we'll do Great Britain. Or maybe we could do Central Europe. We'll do Central Europe. All right, and then we're going to start with 1850 because the game recommends doing that. Also, as you know, we have no competitors. As you know, we have our coal cooling towers. I would like to see if I can turn the volume down a little bit in the game. Oh, that's fantastic. There's no sound settings. But yeah, when I think of Europe, I think of country music. All right, now I'm gonna note this. You may see some weird graphical things with the game. Keep in mind that I am playing this on Linux and Proton, although it is very neat, it's not perfect. So yeah, keep that in mind. I need to fix one thing on my setup real quick. Hold on. Won't take long. It's just I need to drag. Oh, no, I dragged the wrong thing. There we go. Yeah, nuclear power plants in 1850. Europe was really ahead of the time. All right. So let's see how we can pull this off. So we got Hamburg right here. I'm gonna zoom out. Lübeck. Oh, horse. Just the one. Kiel. We got a farm here. Corn farm. Bremen Center. So that would be... Oh, cows. I thought that would be horses. Not horses. No, corn. I thought, yeah. Okay. Got more horses. Got a fruit plantation. So true. Brickyard. Salt mine. A what? Produces colors. Okay. Has a zoom feature. Yeah. Oh, okay. I clicked out of the window and it did that. Hold on. Okay, I gotta keep that in mind. If I have to if I have to move my mouse out of the window, then it doesn't lock the mouse to the game window. All right, I guess we'll start because I'm trying to find like a good city to do like passenger service. I guess Hamburg is probably the start. All right, so let's go looking to build here. No, we need to do horses. And I guess we'll build a gravel road this way. Although, ideally, I would like to kind of minimize the amount of, like, turns that they're gonna have to do. Would be a little bit more efficient. Also, hello, Kelnan. And CM Prep. Alright, so I guess we're gonna have to, like, start this so I can actually build. Confirm, yes. Oh, okay, hold on. Alright, so build. Oh! Did that do anything? Oh, it is! Look! It's not automatic. They have to build it over time. Huh. Look out, you're gonna hit your penny farthing on them. No! Chat? They fucking vanished. Look at it. Gone. I can't believe those two people are there. Just outright kill those two people on the penny farthings. Cannot believe it. All right, so I guess we should probably look into trying to get some horses. Yeah, buy and sell vehicles. So I guess we can do a... a regular horse. We could also do a train, right? Yeah. My favorite type of train, the thoroughbred horse. Oh god, what was the joke? The thoroughbred is the state horse of Illinois. It's not, but for some reason it's listed as it. Alright, I guess we'll try to do this. Except we need a, let's just start with the horse. I think that'll be a lot easier for us. Is there any depots? Gravel road, truck terminal. Okay, maybe this won't work, but we do have transportation going between the two. So that's kind of cool. What is that? Is that a cat? No, that's a fox. It's a fox. It's the little things. All right, so I guess we need to... I don't want to fish the manual out again this quick. But we may have to see exactly how I need to do the horse thing. Let's do a train. We'll do a simple train from Hamburg to Kiel. Or maybe we won't. Maybe we'll do Hamburg to Hamburg to Kassel? No, Hamburg to Hanover. It's a short distance, but I think it could work out. I kind of have to disagree with the original Transport Tycoon being too complex. Like, it's pretty straightforward compared to like more modern. Like, now that being said, its interface is definitely something you got to get over. But like in terms of like gameplay mechanics, the original like Transport Tycoon is kind of pretty straightforward. You also have to remember that Transport Tycoon came out in the 90s. This game came out like 10 years after it. All right, let's build a train station. Yeah, let's build a train station. All right, so here's our train station. Whoa! Game? Now, I will say I have a backup of my Windows XP machine, which should still let me play this. So if we need to switch over to that, I can. But the whole point is to try to do this on Linux. I was wondering if I could, like, build it right here, but apparently not. Can I turn? Or is it only this angle? Hold on. Let's see. Can I turn? I think I cannot turn. I think this is the only angle that we get. So we're going to have to work with what we got. All right, I turned it somehow. Okay, spacebar turns it. All right. I would like to have it against the side here, but apparently that's not doable. So we'll put it right here. We gotta lock something in. Oh, okay. So technically we can like just start building. I don't think that's how that works, but all right. We may have to like start a little bit farther back. Building not possible. Not doable. Oh, but this was? No. Okay. Hold on, I can undo that. Okay, so that is the nice thing. We haven't, like, locked in anything yet. We're just, like, trying to figure out how to get a handle on the UI. I might have to put this further back. Okay, cool. So now I think we need to just, Oh, does it have to be that long? Apparently so. No, it could be a little bit shorter. You know what? That'll work. That'll work. All right, so let's build the other station over in Hanover. And we'll put that right here. Well, actually, no, we'll put it right here. Yeah, we'll put it right there. So true. All right, and then I apparently need to have a little bit of a straight track here. And then we could do a bit of a wide radius. Right? No, that's a big radius. I just need it to be... You know what? Fuck it, we'll do that. Alright, let's see how we can do the bridge across. That's not doable. That's not doable. That's definitely not doable. Okay, that's gonna be a little bit of a pain, but I think we can kind of figure it out. That's too wide of an angle. That's too short of an angle. Let's revert there. I do like the train track editor. I will say, I think that's this game's biggest strength is that its building tools are a little bit more intuitive than Transport Tycoon's, but to be fair, Transport Tycoon's is also like rigorously fixed to a square like template, you know. I wish these were a bit more wider, but this may also be kind of tied to a square grid as well. Okay, you know what? Hold on. Let's not build it that wide. We'll go a little bit further down. And then we'll build this down here. Went off screen a little bit. It's fine, don't worry about it. And then I guess we just need to figure out if I can, like, actually build one over here. Yeah, I can. Cool. And then we just need to keep going down. There's the horse. Have I played Railroad Tycoon 2? I have. I used to play... I didn't own it, but my uncle had a computer for me to use at my grandparents' house at one point. They also had Railroad Tycoon 3. And I've played a little bit. We may actually do Railroad Tycoon on stream at some point. That is a game I've been debating on doing on stream. If there's an interest in me doing it, I don't mind doing it. Because again, like, simulation titles are definitely, like, something that I am very interested in doing. The big primary focus of the stream is still, like, you know, FPS games, some role-playing games, but also simulation titles. So if there's, like, an actual interest in me doing that, I will definitely look into it, because I do have it on Steam. If only I could go straight down. Maybe I can, I just don't get this as well. We'll just do this to start. I'm just very curious to see how this would work. All right, so we have a rail line, right? And now we can do like build oh, we got to put a stoppage. Oh wait, hold on. There we go, we put a stoppage. There's like a better term for that. I just don't know what it's called. Alright, so we got that. And then I guess we can then look about buying our horse. Except where do we put the horses? Trains. We're gonna get the thoroughbred. Yep. Oh, we don't have a depot though, so we need to build that real quick. Hold on. Where's our station? This game definitely has a little bit of a... Oh, you gotta be fucking kidding. I accidentally exited out of the menu, so I have to redo all of that. Okay. Well, in that case, we're gonna rethink this. Let's instead... Oh no, we'll still do the horse. Yeah, we'll still do the horse. I don't think we need a train station that big. All right. So I guess we'll have that. And then let's just go ahead and build the bridge. Yeah, let's build the bridge. Cool. And then we'll not do that. That's actually too short. If you could believe it. Now it'll connect. It was too short by one whole square. Yeah, there's definitely a little bit of teething things I have to keep in mind when doing this on Linux specifically. But, I don't think it's gonna be super bad. It's definitely a bit finicky when it comes to, like, interacting with the game window. But again, it's not gonna be perfect. And I've acknowledged that it's not gonna be perfect. Ooh. Okay, cool. Oh yeah, by the way, update, I did find some people for my room for HGDQ, so yeah. Things are looking up. If you are gonna be at the event on the 3rd, if you want to either go get something to eat for like lunch or dinner, or maybe even go to Kennywood to go look at their Christmas thing going on, and probably ride some rare flat rides. Very rare flat rides. Let me know. Dog. Oh no, the dog's going to the coal plant. No! Gonna get caught in the coal. Okay. I wonder if there's a way that I can restrict the mouse to be in the window. We may have to switch to the Windows laptop. I don't want to do that unless it's absolutely necessary. All right. I guess we'll build this down. And then once I get a little bit closer, I can kind of figure out where I need to start turning. That looks right. Did I eyeball it right? No, I did not. I'm one short. I think it was this. No, I'm still short by one. It needs to be where the trees are. Yeah. That horse just walked into the track and then disappeared. That's so true. Are you fucking kidding me? Okay, hold on. Yes. There we go. All right, I'm just gonna lock this in so they can start building it. You get to watch little caricatures of people build the thing. Oh, there they are. You hit that grass. Yeah, hit that grass. Okay. So I'm guessing they're gonna get the curved areas and then focus on building the other sections. That is true. It is accurate railroad construction. All right, so I think in the meantime we need to figure out like what the fuck we're gonna do in terms of like horses and whatnot, because this is a horse train specifically. Not a horse treadmill. No, no. Horse train. So now we gotta figure out the depot. Here's a storehouse. And let's see. There's nothing that explicitly states a depot. But we have the depot right here. So I guess we just buy here? Do we just drag? Okay, we do that. So we right-click to add. And we have 4 of them. And then I guess we go... Is that beer? That's beer. Okay. So now I guess we need to... Okay, I may have to consult the manual. Game's gonna click off for a second. I'm just dragging the manual down. Now, once I have the game up, I can just scroll it. Let's see. Depot. Okay, so we purchased a vehicle, right? And then... Huh. So there's no actual, like, building? Which is odd. Yeah, there's no actual building. No actual building. Oh yeah, I do need to put some stoppage in. So let's go back over here. Add the stoppage. Put that right there. Cool stuff. We'll let them continue building while we try to figure this out. By the way, as a reminder, new schedule has been posted on the Discord. For those that are not in the Discord, I can give you a brief summary. Okay, I didn't click on anything, but all right. Rot practice is later today in the evening time after work. And then on Wednesday and Friday, we're having Megami Tensei in order. Wednesday is a rain check for last Friday's stream that we didn't have, and then Friday is the usual stream. And the Wednesday stream is gonna be about the length of a normal, like, weekday stream. It won't be a long stream because I have to drive to relatives in the morning on Thanksgiving. And then I'll be working on Friday, so that's gonna be fun. I have to also do it from the office. And then we have speedrun request on Saturday. We have 3 runs at the moment. If you would like to have your run, or have a run that I do done, you can do exclamation point menu to find out on how to do that. And outfit requests, if you like to have a particular outfit. Exclamation point menu. There'll be a infographic of that tomorrow for your reference. All right, so I guess we just need to Oh, okay. That wasn't what I was looking for, but all right. Mail, crane, cold storage, hotel, restaurant, make longer additional track. Okay. What's the difference between retreat and main menu? When your horses go on the road, their legs go comedically fast. That's right. Your horse doesn't do that? Okay, oh boy. Okay, so... Oh, I have to set a schedule. All right, so we actually have to do this. We actually have to do this. Cool. Trains. Can I... Yeah? I'm right-clicking out of the menu and I shouldn't be doing that. Drag it. No? Okay. Can I add the... Uh-huh. Oh, okay. Here we go. Ah! Ha ha! Okay. We're making progress. Somewhat. Okay, I need to do this, like, from zoomed out, because whenever I try to, like, move the mouse, it's having issue. We may have to go to the Windows XP machine. I don't think that's specifically a game issue. I think it's just like a weird hang up going on. I'll have to look onto, like, the WineDB stuff. I'm glad I have a backup. I am glad I have a backup. Oh my god. I don't think I'm actually going to be able to, like, connect these two together because the menu hovers over this. No, I have to select this first. Can I use... Okay, no, I have a solution. I just used the keyboard. All right, cool. Whoa. I want to go for passengers. And mail. I believe I can do that. Right? Holy shit. Oh, they're floating in midair. Also, ad break coming up. I don't think I mentioned that. I have to click out of the window again for just a moment. Oh, I hit escape and it went back to the main menu. Cool. Yeah. Give me a second. I think that's kind of settled the decision, hasn't it? All right, stand by. I think I have this up, right? Oh, I have to go grab something. Hold on. I'm gonna have to switch to this because I have to go grab something out of my bag, if you could believe it, my work bag. I have to go grab the mouse real quick. So I'm just gonna disappear off the screen. Doot. And we're gonna go grab this. Where the fuck is that bag? Hold on. There it is. Alright, I found my mouse. And now, we're gonna get this plugged in. Cool. Let me just get the game up on the Windows machine. Oh, did I not install it? No, I did. Chat, you're not gonna believe this. I got an error when trying to start this on Windows XP. I think there might be like a thing that I have to have running or like set on it. I'm gonna have to quickly go and check. This is the problems when trying to run old games from the early 2000s. All right, where's Transport Giant? I'm gonna have to type this out. All right, here we go. Transport Giant. Would you believe me if I told you it's not that different from the old one? In fact, it is the same scene. I just like move stuff around. Oh, I need to go to PC Gaming Wiki, obviously. Alright, I'm getting a kernel32.dll issue. What was the precise error? Get final path name by handle W cannot be located at dynamic link library kernel32. Oh. Is this version not supported on Windows XP? I think it is. Chat, I think it is. I think this is the gold version, which is What is the system specs listed on GOG? Hold on. More. Store page. Scroll down. Windows 7. Requires Windows 7. 500 megahertz. Intel Pentium 3. Or compatible. Or comparable. I don't even think you can run Windows 7 on a fucking Pentium 3. Can you? Chad, is this true? Can you run that on Windows 7? I don't have a Windows 7 machine. That's the problem. I probably should. Alright, I'm gonna have to figure out the mouse thing then. Or see if I can run the game in a borderless window. That might work out a little bit better. Oh no, it can only run in full screen. Alright, hold on. Transport, giant, mouse, full screen. I keep typing in transport giant and then it says, it just keeps switching to transport tycoon. Waiting. I'm waiting. Holding the phone. Stopping right there. Do I have window policy on KDE? Well, the problem is I'm on Mate. I'm on Mate specifically. I guess, sandbox, no competitors. All right, I have this set up again. I guess, we'll try this again. I have been trying to, like, look and see if I can have a thing to where the mouse stays in the window. Mouse at a full screen games without Alt-Tab. Well, I don't want to... Yes. Okay. Tab out game without minimizing. Linux. How does Linux handle alt-tabbing when playing a game at full screen under native resolution? Depends on the game. How do I alt-tab without minimizing? What the fuck is a ROFI? Is this some, like, newfangled thing? I sound like an old man. I sound like an old man right now. Yeah, I was having KDE, but when we were doing the Quake stream, it was eDuke and VK Quake were, like, killing the desktop environment every single time I would exit them. Which is not good. I kind of like Mate a lot more. I was a big fan of GNOME 2 back in the day. Alright, let's see. Paru Rofi. What the fuck is this? I type this in, and then there's just a whole bunch of stuff that pops up. Bunch of R language stuff. This is so long that, what do you mean? Oh, what do you mean Balatro? What do you mean Balatro? Wait. Windows switcher, application launcher, and D menu replacement. You mean like i3 D menu? Huh. cool. I guess I'm gonna install Paru then. What was that? 1? That's 1. Oh, I don't even have to like compile it. It's already in the repository. All right, sudo pacman s rofi. Or maybe it's rofi, I don't know. All right, we've installed it. Okay, and then I go to, what was it, hardware keyboard shortcuts. And then I'll scroll down. And then command is rofi show window. We'll see if that works. I've added it. Super tab, which is Windows. And yeah. That's still okay. We may need to run this in borderless full screen. We'll figure it out. I do have borderless full screen running, I think. Yeah, I think I have borderless full screen running. And then we want to set it for transport giant. Except it's not up, so I can't select the process. Here's the little window, by the way. Just so you can see what the fuck I'm doing. Yeah, I can't interact with it because the window's not up. Fascinating. Actually fascinating. All right, I guess we're stuck with doing this. Because the game is not letting us, like, do anything without it minimizing, which makes it not, like, accessible. I'm gonna have to look into getting a Windows 7, like, system set up at some point. Just so we do not have this behavior happen again. Old-timey computer program for old-timey transportation. I mean, that is true. It is Thren, but at the same time, we're kind of having issues because the game's not tied to the, like, if I do this, like, it's going up, but the problem is I can click out of the window. This game's not designed for a multi-monitor system. I think this was made with the assumption that you would only have one screen. Which, you know, fair enough. All right, I'm gonna build just a proper train. Well, not a proper train. We'll do this again. Also, hello, Thren. All right, we'll try this again. So we'll put stoppage at the end. Oh, I can't do that. Yeah, we were trying to see if I could set it up with my Windows XP machine, but apparently it's too... This version that I'm playing is too new. I think it has the Australian add-on as part of it, and that's why. I'm probably going to have to set up the... Yeah, either a Windows 7 machine, or I'm going to have to hunt down a copy of the game for Windows, like the original copy of the game, not like an online storefront copy. I have a feeling that's what's going to happen. Okay. So I now need to just build forward. I want my horse train, damn it. Give me horse train. The people demand horse train. Or maybe just me. I demand horse train. See, the people demand horse train. We need horse train. I guess I'm not building that there. Oh boy. Why can't I build it there, specifically? That's so bizarre. Why can I not build it there? Is it because of this piece? No. Is it because it's too close to the... No, that's a coal plant. That's a coal plant. If we had nuclear plants in the 1800s, that's a cause for concern. I could guess that might be why. We're gonna put a stoppage right here. I guess we're just gonna have to build it like this. And then we can try to... That is too fucking wide. That should line up. I don't get it, but all right. How does this not line up? No, it does line up. It's fine. We're in sandbox mode, it's fine. We're just trying to get a handle of the, like, how the game plays first. Hence it taking a look, not diving fully into it. I think this game would be interesting to do. We just need to get rid of the... We have to deal with the weird teething issue that is running this game. Because, yeah, we gotta get that... We gotta figure out, like, the issues that are with the game and then resolve them. Alright, I think this will work. So we'll just go ahead and do that. We'll go ahead and buy... I'm glad I can just do this without having to, Okay. So this is the part that's annoying. So we have to do this. We add these two. And then we click on Hanover Central. Both of them. Okay, so we can't do that just yet. So we are gonna have to have this build. built out. So while we're waiting for the train station and the train rail line to get built, where are they building it at currently? I don't know. I guess they're doing the bridges first. Yeah, they're doing the bridges first. Let's build logistics, shall we? So we need to do horse and tracks. We have a thoroughbred. We do have one already. So I guess we'll have like 2. We'll do transportation between here and Lübeck. Yeah, Lübeck and Hamburg. All right. So we'll go ahead and close this. We'll go to build onto here. Build. That's okay. That's gonna be like a really fun thing to have to get around, is just how that behaves. All right. And then I need to connect this in. So we need to do a gravel road to there, and to there, and to there. We're going to ignore the fact that there's already a pre-existing road. Shh, doesn't matter. How to lock cursor on window. Oh, it's also from Valve. Okay, I'll have to look into that in a bit. Oh, we have just, like, the right amount of space to put this right here. Cool. And since I know better, it's advantageous to build a fucking bridge so you don't get people ran over. All right. I know better from Transport Tycoon. Of course, that game's also one where XCOM can just show up and, like, completely obliterate your train line, so... Alright, I guess we're locking this in. That was 2.2 million monies. What is the currency? Who cares? Not me. Not me at all. Hold on, I think I gotta push this back a little bit. Or do I? Oh, I have my microphone volume too far down. It's fine. This happened too? That's right. They're digging. Watch, they're gonna turn now. Or they'll just disappear. They're gonna turn? No. Okay, so I guess with this, we'll have the 2 thoroughbreds. Or maybe we'll have 1 thoroughbred, just the one. Go from Hamburg north to Lübeck here. And here we'll have passengers. Right, so just passengers. So we'll lock that in. Right? Yeah, there they go. Look at them go. Geese. All right, and then from Lubeck, we'll have the mail, I guess. Yeah. That is, okay, that is very annoying that I can't, keep that menu up. That should just stay up until I, like, manually close it, to be honest. Like, that would make sense, right? To have the menu stay up until you want to close it, not just, oh, I right-clicked it and menu closed. And there's no way to, like, change that in the game. Alright, so we're gonna do schedule. Yeah, it isn't a Chris Sawyer UI. I am gonna have to compare that to this game. Because I do think that game is, like, really good at what it does. Did I do that right? I can't tell if I did that right. No. There they are. There they go. Yeah, there they go. We'll see if that works out. Has this made any money? No, this is losing money. Can it only carry one person? It can only carry one passenger. Huh. No, it's at 20% load. Okay, hold on. I wanna... confirm that in. And then I'm also gonna have that for this as well. Cool. I don't know if this is gonna work out or not. We'll have to see when it gets over to here. Oh no, look out, the penny farthing, no! Okay. Alright, so they just got there. Do we have mail? We do! We have one mail. They had to cover it. City Hamburg. We have 20 mail. We do have mail for Lubeck. Okay. Well, at least we got that figured out. All right, now let's build a proper train. We have our horse train, right? Oh, we haven't even done that yet. Okay. Well, let's do this now. All right, so we're gonna do Hanover Center and Hamburg Center. Let's ignore the fact that they're not centers. And I guess we'll do this. Oh, this is gonna take forever. Look at them go. Hold on, I might actually add 2 more horses on top of this. I don't know if that's gonna help. It is 4 horsepower now. Oh yeah, we have way too much load. We have way too much load. I think that might work out a bit better. $43. We do have... No, it only has 2 horses. All right, so these have to go back then. But they're going. They're moving. Oh, dear God. All right. Whew. How about we don't do that for the next one? Like, we got a pig farm. Is that a cow? No, that's a horse. And we got a little fox. So you've got Groningen. We got a cow farm. Requires corn. Cement factory. Münster Center. Münster. Dusseldorf. Coal mine produces coal. We could probably set up like a coal thing and then bring it over to this power plant over here. You know what? Let's do that. Let's do that. We are going to have to set up a repair thing for this. So I guess we'll build big train station. We'll tackle both of these. And then where do we... I guess we're going to have to like figure out where I need to put that. Building not possible. Yeah, no shit. Okay. Now I do need to build a... Oh, hold on. I gotta lock this in real quick. Hold on. So big train station. Just to double check, this is gonna satisfy both of these. Yeah. Cool. And then I'm just gonna put a piece in right there. Put a piece in right there. And then we need a transfer track, right? That will totally work. All right, so can I lock this in, or does it have to be connected to another one? I guess it has to be connected to another one. Watch as like the repair one is on this side. I guess I'm gonna have to build both of these. Yeah, I'm gonna have to build both of these. So let's build this over to here. Yeah, I guess I'm gonna have... I can't like plan ahead. I actually have to like know what I want to build ahead of time. But hey, we get to build freight. Oh, no. Let's go over here. The long stretches of just absolute silence is really funny. It was incredibly funny to me. Alright, so we don't have to worry about the water, so that's good. So I guess we'll do a turn here. Kind of helps with speed a little bit. Let me know if I need to turn the game down, by the way. I'm gonna have to manually do that. Because, just as a reminder, there's no audio settings. I can turn the music off, actually. But then it would just be complete silence. I don't know. Do you want the music, or do you want me to... Ah, damn it. I knew me doing that was a terrible idea. And yet I still did it anyway. Is that a fucking hot air balloon? Holy shit. Okay. All right, so we're going to be building that, and then we have this over here. Oh, okay. I need to revert that, because I do have that the wrong way. It does need to be this way. Because notice. 2 for 1. Yeah, let's turn the music back on. I'm gonna have to, hold on, I might be able to control audio from this. We'll have to see. Oh, that's the wrong button. Thank you, gigantic mate sound notification window. It's big. I need to double check that that does actually... Okay, that should work. Actually, hold on. I'll go over here and put it over here. Except I don't need to do that because then I can't put the thing to get repaired. So true. Alright, I need to build a right switch. Cool. And then this gets put into there. Alright, so let's go back over here and build this other station. Now that we have, like, a vague notion as to what we need to be doing. Put a stoppage. Won't need to worry about sighting right now. You know, to let trains pass. We're just focusing on just a simple train line. We won't get into, like, super technical stuff until later. I would like to come back to this game, but with a bit more appropriate conditions for it. Yeah, we got a long straight track, baby. Oh no, the horse! Horse eviscerated by train track. Not the train, just the track. Okay, this is my smart guy idea for like trying to figure out where the hell I need to do this. Okay. I'm not doing that. I might do this. Okay, that's essentially just doing that. Let's build this a little bit closer. I don't think I'm intersecting at all. Yeah. All right, so we're just gonna try to eyeball this and then probably be wrong at it. It's always one off. There we go. Notice it's still not letting me build it. Why? What's going on there? I'll have to look at that in just a second. But nothing to worry about at the moment. I guess. Maybe. Please do not make me have to build a horse train. Chat, I might have to build a horse train. I don't think I can actually build a proper train. Or maybe I have to have the train ahead of time. That's a thought. Maybe I have to buy the train ahead of time. That's a boat. All right, so we'll buy Maffei the Munchner. Yeah. Can we do coal? We can do one coal. Yeah, one coal. All right, now let's see if when I try to build this, it actually like lets me confirm this. No. Horse train? No, horse train's also not giving me that. Can I not build big station? Can I only build small station? No, small station doesn't work either. Medium station. Okay, I don't think that matters. So I'm just gonna try to build a regular station again, but that does mean we could just build a medium one and not have to build a large one. By the way, you're not gonna fucking believe this. We have an intermission in a bit. Wild. You know what? We had to take a slight break to try to troubleshoot this. I don't think we're going to have an intermission at the moment. We'll figure this out. Now, I will note the stream will be ending a little bit later. Not super late, but a little bit later because I took a nap before the stream, which is why we're starting late, so we're ending late as well. We'll probably end at like 4 or at the absolute latest 5, and then I'll sleep for like 3 more hours. Why won't it let me build it? You have possibly acquired knowledge. Lay it on me. Lay it on me. I need to have a connected network station. So not just 2, I have to have more than 2. That's gonna be hard considering that the only stations I have at the moment are a horse train and a regular train. So I can't just have 2 separate lines. They all have to be the same. Oh. Like, I'd get that if it involved, like, later connecting things. But, like, if they all have to be connected from the start. Oh, boy. I was just experimenting with the horse train, but apparently that's fucked me over. Can I even do that? I don't think I can. No. Okay, hold on. I don't have any signals. That's the problem. Yeah, I don't have signals. So, like, how am I gonna do that? That's no fucking way. It cannot possibly be that. How do you upgrade the train line if it has to be one network? Yeah, that's the reason why I can't, like, believe if that's actually true. That would be wild. Okay, hold on. Stoppage. Put this here. Yeah. Great switch. Cool. So true random noise. What? Oh, Factory City will pay 2.1 times higher freight rate for mail. Okay. We still having problems with this one? Yes. Why is there an issue? Oh, I see what the issue is. There's 3 times the load. I guess we are gonna have to add some more thoroughbreds to this. I think once it gets to here, it might add 4 or 2 more. We'll see. We'll see. Let's buy more horses for over here. So then we'll close this. We'll do another schedule. Oh. Oh no, I bought it for the train. I didn't buy it for the... Okay. That's very funny that you have horses specifically for the train and then horses specifically for, like, this. Why did you do that? Take 2. Hamburg to Lübeck. You want to do mail specifically. Cool. And then we're gonna do another one. We're just gonna have constant mail traveling. Oh no, this one will be people. Okay. Neat. I want to see how much this makes. How much does this make when I take this over to here? Congratulations, you made negative money. I'm rich. I wonder if, like, the train line might be a bit too far. On expand. Can I add? Okay, yeah, to this. Trains, yeah. Expand additional tracks. Not possible. Not possible. Well, there are 4 of these now. What's the load on this? 168%. I could probably add a bit more to this. Yeah, I'll add additional passenger and mail. And I think that might work out. So that's cool that I can, like, schedule this out ahead of time. And then once it makes it to here, it'll swap it over. So, I mean, that's kind of cool. Now, I will point out for people, there is, like, an official sequel, somewhat, to Transport Tycoon. It's Chris Sawyer's Locomotion. It's on the same engine as Roller Coaster Tycoon, specifically. But it is planes, trains, and automobiles. But it's also, like, mission objectives, which is, again, Roller Coaster Tycoon engine. Locomotive's pretty cool. There is a source port for it called Open Loco, kind of similar to, like, Open Roller Coaster Tycoon, which I should point out, Chris Sawyer does not like Open RCT2 or Open TTD. He really does not like those. But Atari, as far as I'm aware, allows it. They own the rights to it. They allow it. Because you have to have the original game to play OpenRCT 2 at the moment, so they make money off of it. There was an interview on it. I forgot exactly what he said, but I know he has gone on record saying that he does not like the open source re-implementations. Which is, again, I think not a great look, because, like, you're still getting money on it. Like, I bought OpenRCT 1 and 2 to play it on OpenRCT, so, like, you got your fucking money, Chris. Well, sorry, Atari got your money, and then you probably got a little bit off of it. Certified infograms moment. Also, I'm just gonna say right now, please don't ask me to do RCT World. I took one look at that game and was like, nope. My RCT playing ends at 3. All right, let's see if I can actually do this. We'll start with a simple train network. Just go in a straight line for as long as possible. It should be quite a bit. Yeah, we can go for a straight line for a good bit. Lamel. This is like 4 million. That's okay, because we're in Sandbox. Oh, I think if I do this just right... Oh, that other plant... I was about to say, that other plant tore down, but no. It didn't. I'm just bad at looking at things. So I can't do it like this because none of these connect, but I can do it like this. That works. I think this is correct. Yes. And I can have it up against the water. Ooh. That's actually kind of nice. TBH. But like, you would think that it would allow this, right? I don't mind later upgrading this to a like a proper train line. But yeah. Oh, maybe we could just go ahead and do that. I am curious to see what this gives me. This is not making a profit, by the way. It has one person. Maybe I shouldn't be doing that. Maybe I should be doing, like, another transport center, like, in the same area, you know? Like, right here. Hamburg East. Right? And then we can take a horse. We can buy a horse. So we bought a horse. But we didn't actually put this down. So let's put this down. So we bought a station. 250,000. And then, so we buy a horse. We bought a horse. And now we can take a horse, put it here. And then, doot, doot. Passenger. Cool. And then we'll do another one. And this one will be for mail. And we'll see if that plays out. I think this is actually what these are supposed to be for, is for intercity travel and not, like, having them cross, like, long distance. Okay, so this is a problem. Why is it like that? It is not at max load because we're at 4 horsepower. We're making money. We are making money. I just don't get what that means. God, I'm so angry. Oh, no, it's just the track. I still want to, like, troubleshoot this. Why? Blimp? No. Does it have to? Okay, you got me fucking curious now, Thren. This cannot be it. It's good. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Nothing's wrong with this track. Are you fucking kidding me? Okay, yeah, that's how it is. That's how it is. Oh, no. Hold on. I just heard a noise. Okay. Hello, Netro. Welcome to my horrifying realization that I cannot just build a regular train track. No, I have to build a horse train. It's Transport Giant, which is a game from 2004. It came out about 10 years after Transport Tycoon, which is kind of my top shelf when it comes to, like, transportation sims. That and A-Train. Although A-Train's a bit weird, because that's more logistical stuff than anything. A-Train is very bizarre in, like, what it is and is not. But yeah, this is a disaster. I have to upgrade this rail. I don't have a choice. Oh dear. Okay. Yeah? I guess that's what we're doing. The music is nice, I will say that. Alright, I guess... You know what? Hold on. We're gonna restart this and try this again. So, right-click, and apparently just hit escape, and it just takes you back to the main menu. I still don't understand this. Central Europe? Okie doke. Okie doke, we're proc. I hope you have a good evening. And again, as a reminder for people, we'll be having Rise of the Triad practice for AGDQ in maybe 18 so hours. I'm probably bad at math right now, but we're definitely going to be having it a bit later. I will be running the game at about 1 a.m. currently on Monday, January 5th. It is the earliest I've ran at the event, and I'm also having to follow up what is it? The new Katamari game. Imagine math. So true. All right, I want to start with the coal facility first. I don't want to focus on anything else. I just want to focus on the coal facility. All right, so we're gonna put the station here, right? Medium station. Cool. And then I'm gonna build this here. Yeah. Okay, I need to do the opposite of that. I need to do this. Yes. Okay, cool. And now I need to build this here. We have stoppage. Cool. And then we'll put that there. So I have to start this with, like, a plan. Immediately out of the gate. I just need to start this with a plan. I'm going to start with this here. Just get this built so we have just a framework so I do not have to do horse train again. Alright, so we're going to do thoroughbred. We'll buy 4 of these, which is almost 1 million monies. Alright, and then I think we're going to start with the intercity transit first, and then we'll focus on other things. So we'll build truck terminal. Build that there, and then we'll build the other one over here. Get those locked in. Cool. And now we can schedule out these stations. So this is going to be these two. This will be for people. Get that going. And then we'll get one for mail. Same 2 stations. And we'll see how that plays out. We'll see how that plays out. That is cursed that, like, in this full screen menu, in this full screen game, I'm getting the, like, you see it, right? On the side of the screen. Mate's giving me a, expand thing. Let us expand the full screen. Oh! Certified Mate moment. Certified Mate moment. CRT moment. I wish it was a CRT moment. I truly wish it was a CRT moment. There's no people on that. I can't wait for this to tell me negative profit. So true. Okay. So I do have to, like, structure this so that I can, do this as well. I think it's already out already. Yeah, because Fresh was playing it a few days ago. In the VC that I was in. Which, by the way, we have hit 1,000 hours in. If you can believe it, we have finally hit 1,000 hours. In the 1,000-hour VC. And anyone curious as to why it was 1,000-hour VC, it's because we thought it would be funny. That's why. We thought it would be funny, and that's why we did it. I need to move myself a little bit to the right. Hold on. There we go. Oh, no, actually, I was kind of sitting there kind of fine. It looks weird on my screen here. All right, let's get preview off. There we go. Okay, so I need to build this coal line over here. So we can get some money coming in. We will, like, actually consider doing, like, a proper campaign at some point. It's just, again, we're just trying to figure this out first before we commit to something like that. I think doing it right here is a bit better of a setup because now I can just do mostly straight shot and I don't have to turn as much. I will have to still turn, as you can see, but we can get closer and it can get just a good distance before it has to worry about slowing down for the turn. Of course, the big downside I would say with this is just the fact that I can't do a, like this way type of movement. That is, I think, the biggest disappointment with this. Maybe I just have unrealistic expectations. I don't know. I mean, once you get like a handle of the controls, this is not super hard to play. There's just weird, interesting little quirks to it. All right, I'm done with my caffeinated beverage. We're now officially in wind down territory. You know what that means? Ginger ale. Not ginger beer. I had that earlier today. Ginger ale. The cherry splash. Contains 1% juice. I was saying you get away with saying that. Just splash of beverage, you know? Just a splash of beverage. Except it's like one little drop. Water. There's water. Cherry and lime juice concentrate. Oh, sorry. Water and less than 2% of ginger extract. Not actual ginger. Ginger extract. Cherry and lime juice concentrates. I love this 0% sugar. Has the, zero sugar. Has, on the bottom, at the very bottom, adds a negligible amount of sugar. Which I hate to break it to you, that means it's not zero sugar. A negligible amount is still an amount. Okay, so I want to see if I can add repair thing, and then I need to see where that's located and how to, like, get it into it. Okay. We'll figure that out. Do I need a rail line going into it? No. Okay, so it's just like that. All right. And I need one over here in case this breaks down. And I think with that, we can actually start building the train. Right? Is this done? Or is it still building? It's still building. So let's come over here while we're waiting for that and see how these... okay. Chat? They... Okay. I guess we'll just build across the water now. Those buggies are not doing anything, by the way. That's the reason I was like, okay. So I guess we'll do this, right? Which should allow passengers to start generating. As you know, they cannot generate unless a train exists. They're always asking, where is the train? Is it here? I need to get rid of these two real quick. Yeah. Build bridge across. Yep. And then look into building a train station right here. Ooh, wide train. All right, so that heads in there. So that's something we can do. So I guess we will have to actually build a siding. I guess we actually have to build a siding. Like a passing side. Or, you know, I could be a sneaky little, you know, SOB, and I can do this. Because there's nothing that says I can't just, like... Ooh. Why can't I get rid of that? Hello? Okay, my sneakiness is not doable. Can someone look up how I need to get rid of these? That's fascinating. I guess I'm gonna have to be, like, sneaky and, Please don't do what I'm doing. I'm only doing this because I can't get it to work otherwise. It has to be connected because otherwise it won't let me build it. Amazing. Oh, I can't even build it on that side. Wow, that's a weird oversight. That is actually a weird oversight. Hold on, I wonder if I gotta get rid of... No, that just... Okay. I guess that's just part of our setup now. Wait. No. No. That's... Ooh. Chat, I found a way around it. I found a way around it. Because of course I did. That's not gonna help me, though. I guess we need to just merge this in. Okay. This is so jank. Okay. The fact that I cannot get rid of that stoppage there is extremely funny. Hold on. I gotta look on my phone. Oh, so I need to turn my alarm on for tomorrow so I'm not late for work. And by tomorrow, I mean today. Because time is weird. I love this old, like, old-timey music, but it has a drum machine. That's a drum machine. That's not an actual drum. That's a drum machine. Sounds like the, was it the TR-808? I should be very aware of that. I wrote up like 3 tracks using that. It's a cool drum machine. Like, I'm not actually going to, like, build a, In fact, I'm actually gonna put a stop to this. I'm pretty sure I can, like, get rid of this, and then I can actually build off of this, because it's already technically part of the network. Right? We're about to test this theory. Yeah, we're about to comedically test this theory. All right, chat, take your guesses on if you think I'm actually going to be able to build off of this. I'm gonna guess yes. Yes. Okay, so apparently the game logic is that it just checks to see that you've connected it to the network once. It doesn't matter if you actually use it as part of like a multi like destination network. All that matters is that you've connected to it once. So now we have this independent train line here that I can just take wherever I want. Now the question is, chat, where are we taking this? Berlin? Why not? Let's take it to Berlin. So we'll put a medium station here. We're not gonna completely, like, box ourselves in. Okay, actually, we'll revert on that. We may box ourselves in. I want to get a good cachement area. That might suffice. Now the question is, if I connect this in to the other one, will it let me, like, build it? Or is it going to be finally like, no, you can't do that? All this so I don't have to turn. It's letting me do it. That's all that matters. Construction not possible. Try to remove it along with a straight rail. We already tried that. It did not work. It is comedically funny that it just did not work. You think it would work, but it did not work. Maybe there's something in the manual about it. I did kind of have to, like, speed read through this because I've had a lot of stuff going on. I've been trying to work on the video. The video's not done, by the way. There's just so much stuff going on with that video. I will say it's nearing about 20 minutes. Oh boy. It's gonna be more than 20 minutes, though, in length. That video's gonna take a while. I may have to do another video ahead of it. Like, this video may be a next year type of thing. I'll have to think it over. All right, so it's letting me build this. Cool. Again, really funny that it's just letting me do this. All right, so we're gonna buy a train now. Reliability, very bad. That's fine. I'll just buy 2 locomotives, put them right next to each other, and just go to town. Alright, so put those. Oh, I can only do 1. Alright, cool. How's construction of this going? It looks like they're going in one direction, specifically, so... And this is a bridgeless setup. I guess we're just gonna have to wait. In the meantime, let's go back to this little idea here, where we're having people, like, go from one area to the other. I do want to get this down pat. Like, this behavior. Or, like, how I need to handle stuff like this. Because I'll be honest with you. This type of, like, thing here with the, That's too big. I didn't really do a lot of, like, car type logistical stuff in TTD. Because the meta is kind of just train. That is the meta, the change. Is you do train. All right, so hold on. I need to, like, take a bit of a eyeball here. Okay. Because I'm trying to build the bridge just right, you know? I want to start it here. That's too short. So obviously we got to do it here. And then we can build a road. We can't build the road there. Is there space behind? Can I actually build on that? No. That's really... Ooh. You'd think that would connect in, but it doesn't. So you have to do this, like, weird roundabout way to do that. Okay. All right, and then obviously we're going to build a transportation center right here. We're going to try to put it close to this so we don't have to go too far. Yeah, that'll work out. All right, lock it in. Cool. Can't do anything just yet. That'll work. All right, lock it in. I think we will go ahead and get a horse-drawn carriage set up with 2 horses. Just to get them there a little bit faster. And then this will be Hamburg North to Lübeck Center. Station has not been connected. I understand that. I'm trying to plan it ahead of time. No planning. You gotta wait. Simply wait. Your competitors are making more money, by the way, while you're waiting. Are they almost done? They're almost done. So I found out. Let's go back to me about the discussion about the RX 7900 XT. So it looks like if you want to use the Rock'em OpenCL stuff, you have to run a kernel earlier than 6.5. My Arch machine here has 6.17. Fun fact, most of the distributions that are supported for DaVinci Resolve are running a kernel newer than that. Rel 10, 6.12, though that's a weird state because technically upstream stuff is also like added into it. Ubuntu, I believe, is also on 6.12, as is SUSE Linux. So what do you do in that case? Do you just run it like, I mean, like, at least in terms of like Rel and like all the other ones, you could probably like run an earlier version of it, like, you know, Rel 9, Leap 15? Yeah, Leap 15. But yeah, the big wall would have been the whole, apparently just doing video editing with it and like rendering it is just not the best. So, would have had that issue at some point. Alright, I guess we're just doing this. We got the Crampton 80. We'll deal with that in a bit. Very curious to see... Okay, so we got one passenger there. Wait, what? Why do we have a passenger there now? Okay, hold on. Whoa, horsey. Come on. We need to give you another friend here. We're gonna get rid of that, and then we're gonna add... Apparently, I was reading into it while waiting for, you know, the AMD drivers to finally, like, work. And that seems to be the case. NVIDIA has an outright stranglehold when it comes to creator, like, content creation. Like, AMD graphics cards seem to be mostly only for, like, maybe, like, modeling and gaming. But if you're doing, like, rendering of, like, things that would require, like, CUDA or CL stuff, apparently NVIDIA. It is a bit frustrating. All right, do we have the train line done? Because I would really like to see this not derail. Cool. All right, so we're gonna set up a route with this. Oh no, we're not doing that one. We're not doing that one. We're not doing that one. We're gonna buy the other one. Yeah, the Crampton 80. We're gonna see how that performs. 57. All right, so we'll come over here. Come to Hamburg. We'll place this here. So from Hamburg South, we're gonna have... Cool. I may need to add another locomotive on top of that, I think. Can I have two of them, or is it only gonna be the one? Because you know how, like, with, like, newer trains, you can have, like, multiple locomotives on the same train. Can you not do that? No, you can't do that. It's only the one. Okay, hold on. We'll try this again. Swap here. Cool. We'll have 3 passenger carriages and then a mail carriage. And then we're gonna come over here. And then we'll see how that plays out. I want to see how it handles this here, though. Yeah, looks like it's handling it. All right, let's see it depart. There they go. Now, I'm probably, like, doing this completely wrong. We'll have to see. Look at it go. Zooming. It do be zooming. All right, I do want to add a repair thing to here. Oh, okay, so if the mouse goes out of the window while I'm trying to drag, it will do that. Is it nearing the first switch? No, it's still going. It's going. It's like going the speed that you would go through like a school crossing in the US. It's wild to think that like the first automotive death was at like 4 miles an hour. Like it was not going that fast. Oh, give me one quick second. I just need to double check that I did everything for, I'm gonna check this on my phone, but I need to make sure that I did everything for GDQ. I think I've already done my runner intake form. I just need to double check. Yes, I did fill it out. Okay, cool. And I already filled in my sheet for my t-shirt, my runner shirt. Have you seen the attendee shirt? That thing looks sick as fuck. That shirt is sick as fuck. If you're not aware, I'm gonna have to like, the first automotive accident was 4 miles an hour. I don't even know how the hell you would not like see the vehicle coming at that point. It's 4 miles an hour. Have you ever seen like anything going 4 miles an hour? It's not that fast. It's pretty slow. Oh, I got this package, that drawing thing that I got during the drawing stream for the 3DS is, yeah, someone died at walking speed. I shouldn't laugh about that. Someone fucking died, but like, walking speed. All right, hold on. I need to get the attendee shirt. Now, I should note that the link that I'm providing in chat, is explicitly for the in-person. Where's the people? The Yeti. Yes. They're doing K-Trucks for the, shirt of the day. But I don't care about that. I want to see the attendee shirt. Yeah. This fucking attendee shirt is sick as fuck. Share post. Yes. All right, so now I'm going to go to my phone and go to the Twitch app. And it's just going to blare whoever's live right now. Who's the stream? TBCR. Alright, and then I'm going to go here. And then I'm going to paste. Cool. Look at that attendee shirt. That shirt is sick as fuck. And I'm getting the runner variant of it. I'm excited. That shirt goes unbelievably hard. All right, so what are we doing next? What are we doing next? I don't know if, like, the, well, I think the regular shirt will only go live during the event, but, like, yeah, that's the attendee shirt. I would like to be able to buy another, like, just buy a proper attendee shirt, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to anytime soon. Because, again, I'm still waiting for my paycheck from last pay cycle and my refund for the Amtrak for SGDQ. Fun. On the off chance that I do not get I will get the former, but on the off chance I do not get the louder before GDQ, I may do a, I'm probably going to be doing another fundraiser. Because this is unironically getting kind of silly. It's been almost 6 months and I've not gotten a fucking refund for a trip that happened 6 months ago. Have a good night, then. We're not going to be going for super much longer. Again, this is just the look. They're still going. Still going. I wonder if I was to, like, cut the amount of... Wow, they're going 17 miles an hour. All right, I need to really, like, cut that. Okay, we're going to speed this up a little bit. They're going. Oh, you can tell it's still, like, tile-based movement, because, like, look how it's, like, erratically moving. It is still tile-based movement. Okay. Yeah. Get to the end. It should only have the 2. Is it going to speed up this time? You're only at 80% load. 24, 28, 34, 43. Look, it's going a lot faster now. You could just have... Yeah. That's kind of depressing that I can only have that much on it. But hey, it's delivering mail and passengers. So I guess it's kind of cool. Imagine if I was using the other one. I want to see how it handles the siding thing. Well, I don't know. Alright, so let's go look at this. Holy shit, that is not making any money. Negative 91,000. Are any of these making money? No. Okay, I clearly do not understand how this game works. Because, like, I'm trying to apply it with, like, a Transport Tycoon type of approach where, you know, you think transit would help with money. No. It also doesn't help that the little tooltip that tells me... Oh, wait, there we go. Yeah, like, there's mail and passengers. But it's not producing anything. What's going on? You okay there? I can't believe the draft horse, even though it has a lower speed, has a has faster acceleration. Okay. Yeah, I clearly do not understand what is being expected of me. Now, what I am curious about is this going to actually make any money? I'm probably going to have to go, like, watch a tutorial on this game. I mean, we got at least the controls down for the most part. I bet there's, like, power user things as well. Like, if I hit F1, F2, F3, F4, none of the function keys are doing anything. Oh, no, they are doing something. Look at the bottom. F1, F2. F2 turns off buildings. F3 is trees. F4 is signs. F5 is something. F6 and F7 don't do anything. F8 is loading symbols. F9 is the grid. All right, F11 is player color. All right, so that made nothing. That made nothing. Cool. All right, I'm just gonna build this fucking coal line because I feel like this is like my best bet at like actually seeing if I can make money in this damn game. Which is gonna be even further funny considering that I'm gonna slow down considerably. All right, so we have another Crampton. Want to build a line from here over to here. Whoa, oh, oh, whoa. Game? What are you doing? Coal. Coal. Dortmund's... Oh, wait, no. I need to remove that back. This is unload. And this is load. I guess we're having that. So it's left Hamburg to head to Dortmund. I think Dortmund is his name, right? Dortmund. It's zooming. I do need to build a water tower here, so let's go ahead and build that. Or not. No, there it is. Cool, and it's traveling rather quick. Like, look, it's going over the little bridge. I will say, for 2004, this is a neat little art style. I mean, like these look very 3D-ish. I don't think it is actual 3D. I think it is still 2.5D. But pretty neat. Pretty neat. It looks like the map's not that large as well. Pretty small map. So imagine a big map. I wonder if there's like any additional things that I need to get like configured to run this like at a good frame rate in Wine. I have to like check the Wine DB, the Wine HQ DB, just to see if there's like anything in particular. This did say a platinum rating for the Polish version of this game. But again, we'll have to see. I'm also going to look into seeing if I can get a Windows 7 like machine set up. Just pretty simple machine. I have that old Think Center, right? The one that I was using for the Minecraft server. It is a second gen i5, but Windows 7 on that wouldn't be bad. No, well, it wouldn't be bad at all. Would not be bad at all. All right, cool. Now we're showing up over here. There's the train. Here it comes. All right, showing up to the station. Slowly, but surely. Why did it speed up right there? I forget it. Ooh. Okay, I get it. I get it. Okay, so it has coal. It has coal, so now we're going to see what its max speed can get at a 168% load. It looks like it might be 18. Do I not understand how the water works? Maybe not. Maybe it needs to be happening on like a straight track that's kind of like... I need to actually see that. Hold on. Let's get rid of this. Oh no, once it's down, it stays down. And you can't turn that. All right, that's not a nightmare. I'm just gonna put that right there, and we'll see what happens. I want to see if it like replenishes its amount or if it just keeps ticking down. Because notice it's at 86% water. It's about an eighth of the way there. Nah, I'd say it's about almost a fifth. It is also just a straight shot. Oh dear, it's going 16 miles an hour. No, it's still going 18. 84% water. We'll see how that plays out. What time is it right now? Okay, so it's about 4 a.m. We started, what, a little bit after midnight Eastern? Yeah. and I have work at 10 a.m. So I would like to get like at least 3 to 4 hours of sleep before then. So we'll probably wrap up soon-ish, but I'll restate that once we get back from the break, because I think not a lot of people actually heard that. I am going to make a hard save for this. So save game. Taking a look. Cool. What do you mean it closes the game? That's fucking amazing. Okay. I guess I'm gonna look at Transport Giant on the PC Gaming Wiki now. Okay, let's see. Yes, this is Gold Edition. API. The original game ran on 95, which is why that 500 megahertz is really funny. Yeah, I'm just gonna have to like get the actual game, it looks like. If I want to do it on Windows XP. How expensive is this game? Well, Transport Giant Gold, that's European version. Can I run that on my Windows? I don't know if I can or not. Did this ever come out in the US? Or am I only able to play it from buying it on GOG? Transport Giant PC. Also, hi everyone, welcome back. The game crashed when I saved. If you're wondering why we're just sitting here. It was pretty funny. Pretty funny. So I'm just quickly trying to find out if there was a US release of the game. I may have to buy... No, Traffic Giant had it. Yeah, Traffic Giant had a release. It's a big box. $22.45. But in terms of Transport Giant, I'm going to type in Transport Giant US and see if I can find a US copy of the game. Giants Game Pack. Hotel Giant, Traffic Giant, and Transport Giant. Is this... This is a blurry image of a picture. I don't know if this is actually a... Ooh. Okay. Chat, I'm going to make an assumption that this game never actually got released in the US, and if I want to actually get a copy of it, I'm gonna have to, like a physical copy of it, I'm gonna have to pay to get an imported copy. Unless there's just versions of this that are in the US that I don't have to worry about. There is. Cool. I think I have Hotel Giant on PC. Windows XP Vista 7. Cool. So I guess I can just buy this $7.25 copy of this, and I'm gonna wait until after Thanksgiving Although, to be honest, I don't think any time after Thanksgiving is going to really help either. We're reaching the holiday season. Anyway, I'm gonna get the game back open. And then we'll cut back over to the screen. Yeah. And now. All right, let's try a more recent type of let's make sure my save is actually there. Okay, so I saved the game and it crashed, so it didn't actually save the game. I'm gonna have to buy that Windows copy. All right. That's kind of like settled this. I have to buy this. All right, give me one quick moment. I kind of don't have a choice in this, because if I can't save my game, there's not really a point in doing this. So I'm gonna have to quickly log into PayPal. Oh god, I gotta log into PayPal. Confirm I'm human. Just send me a fucking text message. Come on. Did I get a text? I did get a text. All right, I gotta put this number in real quick. Okay, here we go. You know, I've been thinking about how to do like input capture for when I'm playing games on this machine, right? So for those unaware, I do have to bring this up in case you're unaware. So how this setup is that the computer that you're looking at is not the same one as the one that's actually beaming this to your eyeballs on twitch.tv. It's a separate computer. A 2-computer setup. And this is on Linux, that's on Windows for the time being. Until Spout 2 is working in Linux, which apparently that's still being worked on. I saw Lena talking about Spout 2 inevitably getting sorted out on Linux. So, fingers crossed, it works out. All right, we'll try North America. And I think we'll do 1950. All right, so I have a copy of this game gonna get delivered by the 29th. So by next Saturday. Sorry, this Saturday. This coming Saturday. And I'll get it installed on the Windows XP machine, and I'll tell you if it boots, and if it does, if we can actually do anything with it. And if so, you'll see this on stream in the future. Because I would like to actually do a proper shakedown of this. If I can get it working in Wine better, then we'll definitely look at it then on stream as well. I feel like there's particular things I need to do. You know what I probably need to do? I probably need to buy this exactly on Steam. How much is this currently on Steam? If someone can please check for me. Because my version is from Good Old Games. It's not a direct Steam version. We're not doing horses. That is 1 million. What do you mean that's 1 million? Okay, I guess that's 1 million. I guess that's 1 million. Okay, what I wanna do is I wanna test out like a bus terminal. Oh, this is New York. New York's a lot smaller than I thought it was. Hmm. Is that supposed to be Central Park? I think that's supposed to be Central Park. Okay, I'm trying to find like a good spot to put this in, you know? It's pretty big. I might set this here. Okay, cool. Now, the nice thing is, since there's already a road connecting Washington with New York, you'd never believe they were that close to each other. This is that Northeast corridor they keep talking about. Oh, I didn't actually build it. I keep forgetting. You actually have to, like, lock it in. All right, so we're gonna get a, definitely not a Greyhound bus. It's a Blue Hound. All right, so we're gonna put a truck terminal here. And then a truck terminal over here. Or right here. Or maybe right here? I think right there might be a bit better. All right, cool. So now we need to connect these two after I lock it in. Hello, Mayfranthia. I hope you're doing good this morning. This game is kind of having, it's kind of suffering a little bit because we tried saving and it crashed. So I've had to go out and buy an $8 copy of this, Hotel Giant and Traffic Giant, and we'll see if that works when it gets here. And the end of this week. Thank goodness it was only $8. Overall disposition of the industry and consumers is slowly becoming more optimistic. Cool. Bad times for the construction industry, though. All right, so we're doing New York Center. Move this here. New York to Washington. And passengers. Good luck. There's our Greyhound, Blue Hound bus. I think I'll go till 4:30. Just so we kind of end up being about a decent 4 hours. And then I'm going to sleep for like maybe 3 of that. I did get a lot of sleep on Saturday, so like it's not that like I haven't got a lot of sleep. It's just for this stretch I'm having to split my sleep into like 2 segments. And I'll probably get some decent sleep on Tuesday after I get some video stuff. Sleep doesn't work that way. Unfortunately, if I want to do what I want to do here, I have to do it like that. Like, I'm not just saying that to do that. Like, I have so much stuff I have to work on that I have to unfortunately compartmentalize it. Here's the positive. At least I'm getting more sleep than I was getting in the mid-2010s. You might not believe that, but I am getting more sleep on a week-to-week basis than I was getting then. Because back then, I was getting like 21 to 28 hours of sleep a week. So yeah, it's infinitely better than it was prior. Case in point, I'm not on the verge of passing out on stream right now. Oh, look, look, we actually made money. Who knew when your vehicle goes fast, it makes money? Holy shit. All right, so I would like to get a... What the fuck is a hutch? Is that what is mail? It does mail. Okay, cool. Is that garbage? That's garbage. That implies there's a landfill. Okay, so that has 50 people on it right now. Cool. A little motorcycle. Blow! Oh no. I can't believe they were about to hit each other. Okay, let's build a train. Let's build a train. We're gonna build that mythical, since we have infinite money, we're gonna build that mythical, Also, I don't think that's how... Oh, I see now. As you know, America ends in Norfolk on the east side. It doesn't go down to Jacksonville. What is this, like, bizarro US? New Orleans, Memphis, Dallas, Houston, St. Louis, Chicago. I feel like we should try to emulate this where the line ends in Chicago. Fuck that noise. I want to go. Also, as you know, Quebec is in the U.S. Notable city, Quebec in the U.S. All right, which train are we going with? Let's go with just... I want to go with the most expensive one. The one that goes the fastest. Yeah, yeah. A good day blimp. Is 51, at very fast, average, 51. Water consumption is none, which is kind of good. Let's go with the one that can carry the most people. I think this one. Yeah, we're gonna go with this one. So we'll take the llama, we'll put it here, but we're gonna get one of these. Yeah, yeah. And then we'll get one of these. I want to try both of them. Okay. So now we're gonna go to Boston. Where's Back Bay? And we're gonna build a station, and we're just gonna build it and have it go all go at least to Chicago. Well, let's actually emulate how it would be. So we'll try to make our own Lakeshore Limited. So it'll go from New York to Chicago. All right, so we're gonna build a train, build a station. Here's our Penn Station, by the way. I don't know how long I need to actually build this, so we're just gonna do it like this. I think this might be the best way to do this. Yeah. All right, so we're just gonna build this. Yep. And then keep going. All right, here I need to actually kind of build a bridge. I don't know if this is going to work. This is not going to work. Yeah, I gotta get rid of some track. Probably like this one. Also, Maverinthia, that thing is actually coming in today, the 3DS art thing. Also, yes, this is the GOG version. I was asking people if they could like confirm what the price of the Steam version is, because I know it's on Steam, and also I have a $7 copy of this coming in the mail at some point. If we just have too many issues trying to get it running in wine, we'll have the Windows XP fallback. I'm not setting up a Windows 10 machine. Steam is $10. Okay. Let's see if I get my payment of my actual like paycheck this week. I can't go too much. I really hate the fact that I'm having to even debate on this. Okay, I just can't build there at all. All right. Yeah, that's why I actually bought it on GOG, was because most of them were on sale. I bought Industry, Traffic, and Transport Giant. All in one big sale. And I think it was less like $10 for all three. Okay, I think that has kind of dictated like how I need to do that. Oh, what? Huh. Fascinating. Try that again. Nope, that doesn't work. I may have to go through Pittsburgh. Okay. I guess we're just gonna build stations in each city. Kind of like actual Amtrak. Oh dear God, I just now realized I have built horse track. Okay, hold on. We're going back. We gotta go back. Why is it still giving me horse track? In 1950. Horse track in 1950. Okay, you know what? We're gonna do this properly. We're gonna have the money. And we're gonna build a transit line. Alright, so we actually start with about 60,000, so that's good. But first I'm gonna start with setting up a bus line so I have some money coming in. And I think I built the other one right here. Yeah. Okay, cool. We'll close that. I probably should convert this over to like... Okay, you know what? This won't cause issues. All right. Can't wait to see how bad this plays out. All All right, now we're actually gonna build the stations. Because I'm very curious to see how this plays at this speed. All right, lock it in. That cost me 1.9. Okay, cool. So now we're going to buy our Blue Hound bus. Blue Hound, where they treat you like shit and it's expected. All right, so I need to do... Whoop. I do not like the fact that right-click does what it's doing. That is not good. All right, passengers. And I guess we'll see how this plays out. All right, I want to see how it speeds up on the speedway. You speeding up? Yeah. Cool. I'm kind of curious to see how much this makes, so we're gonna let it sit for a bit. And then once we know how much it does cost and how much it does give, we can go to town. And again, I cannot save this, so once we're done... Yeah. Okay, it's moving. It's moving. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, with today's Rot stream, you're gonna have more chances to win speedrun requests. So get excited. Get excited. I guess I'll buy another one and then have that one go basically the same route, but I'm going to wait until that one gets about halfway before I launch it. This is the most Blueberry Hill-ass music I've heard so far. Yeah, this is the most Blueberry Hill-ass music I've heard. I think the only reason I say that is because it has that, like... the 6/8 type of thing in the background. It's in a swing. I like Blueberry Hill. It's a good track. It has been seared into my brain because of Halfquake, the Half-Life mod. Which was a very formative thing that I played in my high school years, and it's definitely like one of the main influences on the Dungeons project. Which, by the way, Coffee has been, like, cooking in terms of, like, stuff for Dungeons. Cube is going to be like an evolution in like gameplay, and I feel like I need to step up and kind of like get the original dungeon up to snuff. Like, Coffee is doing things I didn't even know you could even do in Minecraft. So that's cool. We'll see how that plays out. Okay, so this is making... I don't know. We're making money. I think. Right? Are we making money? We are making money. A little bit of money, but we're kind of losing money at the same time. I think we need to start with that train. I'm gonna be honest with you. So let's build a train. Oh, do we have pantograph? Ooh. Ooh. Do we have pantograph? Hold on. Electric train? Diesel? Do we have electric? We have electric! That's a fucking school bus. That dead ass a school bus. I think we'll have to stick with diesel for the time being, though. Just because it's gonna be a little bit more reasonable to pull off. Alright, so I think what we're gonna start with is we're gonna take this train, have it go from New York to Pittsburgh. Right? And then we'll add on to that later. I think that's a good plan. I don't know why I'm implying later, considering the fact that when I try to save this, it's going to crash. So, you know. But hey, it'll at least let us get like a good feel. At least I'm making money. Science fiction, making money? Get out of here. This is gonna be, yeah. Cool. This is the terminus, so I am adding that. I do not want to add it here yet because I do need to, like, add on to it. Can I add a waypoint? No. We'll have to see. All right, so let's start with seeing if I can do this train, how I want to do it. So we're going to lock that in. There we go. And then I want to go ahead and... Well, I can't do anything just yet. We do have to wait for it to build, so... Cotton Plantation Pittsburgh Center will pay 2.7 times higher freight rates for fertilizer until the end of 1955. Where is that? That's this, right? No, that's New York. That's a lab. Okay, so this will pay for chemical. We'll pay for fertilizer. What supplies fertilizer? That requires fertilizer. That requires trees. We got a sawmill right there. We can just head over here. Oh, no, wait, no. That requires trees. Where's the trees? Or are they just any of the trees? How do the tree setups work here? How do you do trees? What are trees? Tobacco plantation. Yeah, that's the south. A lot of tobacco as far as the eye can see. I drive down the road on the highway. Not like the big interstate highway, but like the, 2-lane highway. Just rows of tobacco. Just stretching as far out. And then it hits the woods. Maybe there's tobacco in the woods. I don't know. Alright, I don't know if I want to build the expansion for the repair. Fuck it, might as well. It's only 1 million. It's pretty good. All right, I guess we're gonna start by just doing passenger service. Kind of like Amtrak, you know? So technically with this going from New York to Pittsburgh, this is the... I don't think it's the Keystone. Does the Keystone go to... No, it's the Pennsylvania goes between Pittsburgh and Pennsylvania and Philadelphia. I have the Amtrak app. Why am I like trying to like guess? Let's look this up. Amtrak. Here it is. Trips. Yep. GDQ trip is in 39 days. All right, so what was it? Pittsburgh to... So it's PGH. PGH, Pittsburgh. And then what is it? NY... Monahan train hall at Penn Station. Oh, the Pennsylvanian goes to New York? Okay. Yeah, the Pennsylvanian goes to New York. Cool. There's also a mixed service with the Acela. The newer, is it the next gen Acela or is it the original one? I don't know. Is the 2170 the newer or the older? Oh, it's the Floridian and the Acela. Oh, I can't wait for my next SGDQ trip because I'm gonna try to pay for part of the trip with the points I got from SGDQ and for AGDQ. We'll see if it works out. All right, so we're doing passenger service from New York to Pittsburgh. So this is essentially the Pennsylvanian. And we're doing passenger service. We'll do it at 50% load. I don't know if it's going to take all that. Yeah? Yeah? That's how my train service works. You just have trains appear out of nowhere. That's how your trains work, right? All right, we gotta cut this back. All right, cool. It's like the Spirit Airlines of trains. It'll leave and just vanish. I just wanna, if when we get back to this game proper, I just want to make sure that I can get this like set up right, and then I'll worry about having second routes and like signals and whatnot. Are we almost there? We're almost there. Here we go. We're taking that turn. It could be a miracle train. Oh, look, we got a little doodad right there. What the fuck is that? I don't know what that is. I guess we'll find out later. Okay, I want to see like the front of the train just like disappear. Oh, no, that's not how that works. All right. We still have too many. 1, 2, 3. I need to get rid of... Oh no, we still have too many. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, that should at least... This should work. Right? I might have to expand these a little. I don't know. I feel like I might have to expand these. Can I expand these? No. Well, I'm stuck with it. Yeah, they tell it it's a telescopic train. We use hyperspace tech, hypercube technology in order to get as many passengers on our train as possible. Such a beautiful tesseract. Can't believe I'm making references to Cube 2 hyperspace at fucking 4:30 in the morning, but all right. You know, out of all 3 Cube films and the Japanese remake, well, the Japanese remake and Cube 2 are like the only 2 films in the series I don't own. Cube 2 is a silly little film. I have seen it on television. It is a very silly little film. $8. Ooh, that's some money. All I like the implications behind this, which is just I'm funneling people to the train station to then send them back over here, and then elaborate trick to just get them back over to here. Silical. All right, well, now that I know that I can actually make money in this game, I feel like, yeah, we should come back to this at some point. In the meantime, I would like to take a look at Chris Sawyer's Locomotion Open Loco. I'm going to have to get that set up, but that should be pretty interesting. And then I would like to see if I can get Simutrans actually, like, playable. Because when I tried playing it, like, a couple years back, I was never able to actually get it working. So I would like to see if that's actually, like, doable. But I'll have to do that offline. Because we have kind of reached the end of what we're doing today, because I do need to get a little bit of sleep, a little bit of a snooze, a little bit of a honk shoe. Wake up, sun's glaring in my eyes. I open the blind, the sun is literally right outside. It's the heat death of the universe, baby. But yeah, this is definitely doable. All right, now watch the magic. Watch the magic. You ready? Testing. This is our save. Here's the save. Actually, before I do this, let's actually see how much this made. Okay, 12,000. Sorry, 122,000. All right, not bad. All right, so we're going to pause the game. We're going to come here. We're going to type in testing. Testing out. And 1, 2, 3. And with that in mind, let's wrap up because, yeah, that didn't save. Oh, boy. Can you believe that? How much was Transport Giant when I bought it on GOG? Hold on, we can find this out. We're not completely done yet. We're gonna check real quick. Orders. I spent $1.28 for this on Good Old Games. It is $10 on Steam. And I bought a $7 copy for the platform that I was originally trying to run it on. Fascinating. Anyway, we'll come back to Transport Giant in a couple weeks once I can actually get it going and whatnot. There's some other simulation games I'd like to look at in the meantime, so we'll see if those can play out. And obviously we have 2 sessions of SMTF and speedrunning tomorrow and Saturday, so it's going to be a very busy week. That's all I'm going to say. But with that in mind, let's use live on twitch.tv this morning. Hope you have a good night as well, Hellhounds, and for everyone else in general. Yeah, let's use live right now. Da, 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 da. I'm being recommended Alf. What do you mean? At Alf_Japan. At Alf_Espanol. Alf. Okay, well, let me first check to see who's live on my actual, like, lists. Oh, Professor Ramses is playing Symphony of the Night. I haven't hosted Professor Ramses in a bit, so we might host Professor Ramses. Also, Tommy Wiseau's live stream is still frozen on a picture of, like, a pie spacecraft. Fascinating. Anyway, with that in mind, if you like to keep up to date with this fine quality live stream, and you're not doing it at the moment, you thought, hot damn, this was kind of interesting. I may want to watch more of this at some point. Or you just were kind of curious about the stream in general. We do speedrunning content and some playthroughs. Make sure you hit the follow button because we are streaming Monday, Wednesday, and Friday normally. Saturday and Sunday are toss-up days, but not both of them at the same time, one or the other. And we have whatever I feel like doing on Monday and Wednesday, and then Megami Tensei in order specifically on Friday. And you can find the schedule on both Blue Sky and Mastodon and on the Fine Quality Discord down below, where you can talk with other fine quality people about a lot of things. We have speedrunning, Megami Tensei, a bunch of tech channels, including Linux. And too many channels to note. There's so many channels on my Discord. Why am I like this? And if you're a supporter of fine quality live stream via Twitch sub or recurring $5 coffee donation, you get access to a support lounge where you get exclusive content for you, such as, well, behind the scene, early access to any YouTube videos I publish. We have bonus work in progress things as well. And yeah, bonus vids as well. And yeah, you can find a link to that down below, along with the coffee. You can find a link to my throne if you'd like to help the fine quality live stream out by buying an item on my to-do list. It's kind of fascinating because once I get a new graphics card, I'm going to be giving Pika, my VTuber manager, my 3070 because apparently prices of GPUs in LATAM are very expensive, so I would like to try to help out in some capacity. Because I feel like streaming with just integrated graphics can definitely cause a lot of, like, resource contention. So yeah. And then we have fine-quality.website, the official TBCR website, where we have stream stuff in the middle, social media at the top, including the things you see here, and contact information at the bottom. So with that in mind, my name is TBCR. I'm sending you over to Professor Ramsey's. The raid message is hello, TBCR smile, by the way. You can see it right here. There it is. And yeah, I'll see you later today with Rise of the Triad. Ludicrous Edition. Practice for not SGDQ, AGDQ. But until then, I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.